What is up, guys? It's right now my character's name is Ares, so I'm gonna go with that. It's Goddess Ares here, and today with some other Kingside video. This time I'm gonna showcase well, 4 heroes. First things first, there will be an upcoming balance patch later, and the 4 units that will be patched out are gonna be Lewisia, Mirianne, Nix, and Visca. So let's see what they have right now. Lewisia's skills, for example, skill number 1, Blood Orb. It's basically a skill which has 25% M-Amp, okay, and increased damage by 0.5% for every blood curse. As we all know, with her T3 perk, which makes her stack 200%, 200 stacks, basically would have her blood curse damage would be 0.5% of it will turn to 100% additional damage, which is very huge. Okay, now second skill is Blood Zone. Blood Zone is an AoE skill, which wait, yeah, I cannot show here. It's a skill that reduces the MDef of the target by 30%. The damage also is the same as the first skill, which increases by 0.5% for every stack, and it deals M damage for every 0.5 seconds, which lasts for 10 seconds, the duration of the field. Okay. Third skill, Blood Banquet. 3 mana cost with 15-second cooldown. It's not really 15 seconds, but it's because of our T5 perk. But anyways, attack enemies in a straight line 3 times. Okay. Inflicting stun for 3 seconds, so that's a total of 9 seconds. Then per every stack blood curse, damage is increased by 0.5%. So basically, it's her damaging skill, like her S1. But this technically, yeah, you can. It's her CC skill, something like that, similar to that. Okay, and her passive is with HP is over 50%, attack is increased by 13k. Upon attack, it takes target with blood curse, dealing M damage over time for 20 seconds and recovering 10% of damage dealt from blood curse. This debuff cannot be dispelled. Nice. Now let's see her perks. First is Blood Orb, which makes her S1 deal 100% more damage in exchange for additional mana. Blood Orb Dark is 25% M damage increase, 10 seconds. Something like it will make 25% plus 25%, it become 50%. Okay, or was it 37.5%? I don't know, but I think it's 50%. Yeah. Second skill, damage is increased by 40%, or cooldown goes by 3 seconds. No. Third skill is Blood Banquet Light. This is a very good skill because at 80 stacks, it basically reduces her skill's cooldown, which is a very good for DPS. The third skill, Dark, reduces its mana cost. Well, it has a 15-second cooldown, so you really don't need it, even if your Lewisia has full attack runes. T5, no. Blood Dominator Light increases stacks to 200. Dominator Dark is all allies heal rate is increased by 20%, and all enemies heal rate is reduced by 20%. I don't know if this is good for PvP, but yeah, in content that would the enemy would heal is very good. Yeah, and her T5 Dark, T5 Light first. Crit chance 100. Crit chance plus 100. Crit damage is more preferable in here. For the P5 Dark, all skill HP consumption increased by 50%, which means her first skill, second, third skill, which costs HP and mana, would cost around 50% more HP, but their cooldown will reduce by 20%. Yep, that's Lewisia. Her unique weapon, just in case, yeah, it's not optimized, sorry. If HP is over 50%, attack is increased by 20%. If HP is under 50%, takes 10% reduced damage. Okay. Now, second is Mirianne. Yeah, I'm using my PvP perks, I believe. So let's get on to the skills. Target lock on. Skill attacks the enemy with the lowest M def, dealing M damage and inflicting stun for 1 second. So yes, it attacks 3 times, so 1, 2, 3, the 3-second reduction on the CC bar, and 900,000 M damage will generate to 300,000 per each hit. Okay, the last attack inflicts target lock on the enemy, only the last attack, not all the attacks, but the last attack. Target lock on the enemy for 5 seconds. Target lock on cannot be dispelled. Okay. Now, her second skill, Restrain and Protect, with 12 seconds cooldown and 3 mana cost, basically deals M damage to target enemy and other enemies in range, stuns them for 2 seconds, then moves to an ally with the lowest P def, okay, excluding self, and creates shield for 2 that can block. So basically, this is she teleports behind your wizard or priest. Priests, yeah, that creates a shield for the 2 that can block 82k damage, 826k damage. For 10 seconds. Shield will be ineffective when there is no ally. So the only way to activate it is to have an ally and gains immunity to CC while the shield lasts. Okay. Third skill, Assassination, moves to an enemy with the lowest HP, deals 1.5 million M damage, then returns to the furthest ally. If the enemy is not a hero, deals 1.5 million additional M damage that ignores defense. Defeating a target with this skill instantly triggers Restrain and Protect. Okay, so basically what it means is that when an enemy dies, instead of just teleporting on the back from the furthest hero, basically it will activate the second skill and it will hit all the enemies. It's like Episis S2 with the S1 perk, S2 with the S1 proc, so yeah, target eliminated. If an enemy is inflicted by target lock on, attack increases by 46k and all attack skills prioritize the lock on enemy. And these are her skill books. Then let's go for Transcendence perks. Transcendence 3 Light. First skill, Light. When there is one enemy, damage is boosted by 100%. First skill, Dark. Stun duration is increased by 1 second. Yeah, so because in seconds it should be a bit of a reliable CC unit. But if you're gonna take her on wall boss, probably this fits better. At least for this patch. We don't know what will happen after the patch. Then Restrain and Protect. Damage and shield are increased by 40%. Conjuration increased by 2 seconds, so it becomes 4 seconds. Assassination Light dispels target's positive effects and inflicts stun for 1 second. This is very good against Gushak, the guild boss, and units like in the arena. But personally, I don't use this because, well, you have Scarlet in there, so yeah. And the only way that you need to dispel is the bow shield or the arc shield. But Scarlet can take care of it. And Leo. Third skill, Dark. Damage increased by 40%, which is my main damaging skill on on Mirianne. Yeah, because it has the ignore defense mechanism on PvE. That's why I have this perk. And target eliminated when there are enemies inflicted by target lock-on. Crit chance is increased by 400. So yeah, she will become a very high crit chance with some. By could go against the crit resist of Scarlet and Lias. Target eliminated Dark receive 30% reduced M damage when enemy is inflicted by target lock-on. Okay. T5 Light is crit damage 20%, and the T5 Dark is upon killing an enemy, all skill cooldown is reduced by 50% and recovers 1 orb of mana. Very similar to Epis S4. Yeah. So yeah, she has some unlimited mana. No, not reduce unlimited mana, but if she kills an enemy with S1 with S2, then kills enemy with S3, then S2, then basically she'll have many mana. Not that many, but at least that's why I'm using 3 attack rates on her, even though I use her in PvP. It's because basically if you have Lias your healer, she doesn't need an MP rune. I learned it that way. Though yeah, she gains mana a bit slower than before, but hey, the attack speed covers it up. At least in my case. I don't know about you guys. But oh yeah, her unique weapon. While auto-attacking, there's a 21% chance to increase attack speed by 420 for 5 seconds while attacking the enemy with the lowest MDef, dealing 210% of attack as extra M damage and inflicting target lock for 5 seconds. Okay, we will see if that will still be her unique weapon effect after the patch. Visca Skills. Basically this, hit enemies attack is reduced by 25%. Okay, attack reduction and own attack is increased by 11k. Shackles the enemy for 3 seconds if it's holding 3 stacks. Yeah, the restriction there is that it needs to have, enemy should have 3 stacks. Second skill moves behind the target, dispelling positive effects and dealing M damage while inflicting knockdown. If used while holding 3 or more stacks, reduce enemy M def by 30%. Yeah. And it has a 25% M amp. But the issue here is you need to use this on after 3 stacks. Because her third skill, it consumes all stacks. Okay. Then her fourth skill, attack enemy lose souls. Upon losing their soul, targets take extra M damage and pulls per each soul stack. Visca HP is healed by 90, a certain amount. Can't be dispelled and can be stacked up to 5 times. Enemy lose 300 mana. Okay, let's go to the perk quickly. S1 makes the cooldown reduced by 4 seconds. S2 is the soul condition, which requires 3 souls before it can shackle will be removed. Skill 2 reduced by 1 mana will become 1 mana itself. Skill 2 Dark, MDF reduction, the soul condition again will be erased, so it doesn't need 3 stacks again. S3 Light, 5 soul consuming will no longer consume soul, so basically it's something like similar to she can reset the cooldown of it. Yeah. Excuse me. Knockback effect is changed to 3 seconds for the. Yeah, this is very good on PvP and some on PvE on that, because you have basically Priscilla's pull, something similar to that, and then poof, stun. As for Light, gain soul, recover 500 mana. Okay. As for Dark, for each soul stack, attack is increased by 10%. Now her Light is crit chance again, 100, and Dark is when attacking, deal 20% of attack as XM damage per each soul currently stacked. Okay, so They become 100% attack. Okay, that's Visca. The unique weapon will be on for later. And the last one is the unit was being used the most in arena and some PvE content is Nix. Yeah, I don't bother using him. He's a dude. Dimension Blade deals speed damage to target enemies and gains 1 stack. It has a 4-second cooldown, by the way. The number of target increases depending on the number of blades. So it's if he has 5 blades, it'll hit 6 enemies, something like that. 6 initial enemies, and it pierces through if he has the weapon. Blade can be stacked up to 5 times and lasts for 20 seconds. Okay. Skill 2. Dimension Cleaver for 3 mana cost. Dispels all positive effects of target enemy and deals speed damage. Hit enemies take speed damage for 10 seconds and are knocked down for 3 seconds. The number of target increases depending on the number of blade stacks. Yeah. So crit chance again. Third, frontal enemies in range, speed damage in it, and final attack deals speed damage again, inflicting knockdown. Then the number of targets for the last attack increases depending on the number of blade stacks. So it's crit chance again. Yeah, and it's S4. Each auto attack fires an additional blade that deals speed damage. Number of target increases depending on the number of blade stacks. So yeah, so that's an additional attack. So that's why Nix is very terrifying with a high star unique weapon. So let's see in here. His S1 will be cooldown remove if it's light or dark. Blade stack is increased by 1. So yeah, I don't think that we would need that. Mana cost is reduced by 1. DS2 dark, if there's one enemy that's increased by 100%. Infinity Blades light, cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. There's a 30% chance of knocking back the enemy for the S3. And S4 light, damage is increased by 15% per each enemy on the field, which is very good in PvP. I believe there's a 30% chance of dispelling enemy positive effects. 10%, considering his build, that's not bad, I guess. The Nix light, crit damage 20%, and Nix dark, when auto attacking, there's a 10% chance of stacking 1 stack of blade. Nix's attack is boosted by 10% for each blade stack he holds. So 4 blade stacks, 6 blade stacks means 60% attack boost. Ooh, ouch. And add the effect of this, and you will take this back, by the way. And, I don't think if you're gonna use this skill, but yeah, basically you would want this for more survivability. Well, yeah, that's Nix. So next is we're gonna look at the unique weapons of Nix and Visca. This is for purposes only of knowing what unique weapons, what are their unique weapon effects. So yeah, for Visca, enemies that had their soul stolen will take 25% M damage, which lasts for 10 seconds. It scales with her unique weapon. So yeah, and then Wizard Nix. Auto attack penetrates through enemies in a straight line and damage increased by 40%. This 40% will become a very high value at a 5-star unique weapon. That's why Nix hurts with his auto, but not with his skills. That's why if there's gonna be a revamp about Nix, if they want to emphasize Nix's skills, well, reducing his PvP concept while increasing the PvE, I think it would be about the blade stacks effect. I mean, for Nix, it might be his damage scaling like the T5, like his T5 to be, yes, which depends on the blade stack. I don't know what will they do to this. I don't know if they're gonna touch it, but I think Nix will get a buff. I think. Well, yeah, that's my assumption, and then that's the skills of Nix and everyone included on the balance. But surprisingly, there's only four of them. There's only four of them, and yeah. So I hope that the patch would be a bit good, because some people managed to have leaks of it. They said that Nix will be balanced in a way that he'll be good in PvE more but less on PvP. I don't know what they mean about that. And basically on Mirianne they said that she'll get overbuffed. I don't know if that's an overstatement. Okay, because when Mirianne was released, basically people said that on the first glance she looked so OP. Okay, and on other patches as well, they said that this other hero that was patched became very strong, very weak, and then because of this, look at this value, like that, and then just to found out that it was a very reasonable buff or nerf. Well, mostly buff, because people are very always not satisfied about the nerfs. But hey, what can you do if a unit is being overused on content such as arena? Well, yeah, Vespa really need to do something about it. That's why it would be much appreciated if the top 10, I don't know, well, this is just me, I'm not saying they should do it, but if the top 10 would have very different unit composition, so that if other people would try to copy it, they would have very hard time, because I believe even the current rank 1 here on Asia server is using Nix and Arc for a very long time. Yeah, and now people are still increasing the weapon size of Nix and Arc. Well, I already knew the our rank 1 ever since before the T5 patch. When the cap was still T2 and it's level 70, he was using Arc already at that time. I believe his unique weapon stars around 2 or 3 stars. Yeah. So yeah, what my point is, you can never know. Even if it was data mined, the values could change. Because why did I say that? In here, Mirianne's S3 says a 20% attack plus 33k of Mirianne's attack. In the leak before of Mirianne, oh what the hell, I'm getting it wrong. It was said that it was 30%. It was 30% plus a certain amount of value or of Mirianne's attack. That already became lowered. So yeah, I don't think that the assumptions on the leaks or the data mined is always correct, though it will give us an insight, but don't take it 100% certain that it will be the one that will be on the game, because it will be patched out, it will be tested, and once it's tested, if it's overpowered, then they're gonna reduce it. And whenever they manage to oversee it, they receive feedback from players, Vespa will definitely make a move about it. Of course, investigation will be first, and then followed by succeeding testing on their part, and then last is yeah. What am I even saying? That's their work. So yeah, I think that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and this is the Goddess Ares. Yeah, I don't mind if they're padded. Signing off.